Bargain Bead Box Tropical Heat Project number 1, earrings. Okay, here we go. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pair. And then in this little thing, it's not from the Bargain Bead Box, the Tropical Heat collection. It's not from that, but it's just some that I thought was pretty. So I think there's 2 pair in here and then a pair to show you. Okay, so if you recall, this was the Tropical Heat collection, and I've done an unboxing video, and I can link that in the iCard and in the description box below if you want to go watch the unboxing for that. Okay, here's the first pair. Let me get you a little bit closer. Okay, these pretty little pair. These are a simple, or this one is a simple pair. Alright, so all I've done was, I've got just a little, that's kind of crooked, but this is just a gold head pin. Try to straighten that out just a little bit here. Alright, we've got, I'm using 2 of the 6mm carnelian beads. That's from the set. And then this was the bicone. It was the orange, what do they call it? It's the 4mm crystal faceted bicone beads in tangerine. And then I've got 2. These are just seed beads, and I will show you that here in just a second. But, okay, so for these little guys, I used these check seed beads. They're 8/0. They are just gold SL, and I bought these at, the light's trying to glare on it. I bought these at Hobby Lobby. Alright, so this is just simple stacking basically. So we'll do one of the carnelian beads, then a seed bead, then another carnelian bead, seed bead, and then we'll do the tangerine bicone. That's it. It's that simple. And then for this, we are going to do a simple loop. So I'm putting that at the very tip, bending it over. And that's about perfect for a simple loop, that amount. I try to judge it by my fingernail. I just clip it. If I have to clip it, I clip it right against my fingernail, if that makes any sense. Then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and roughly about in there is where I try to grab it at. Okay, so I'm going to grab it and I'm going to roll back toward me. Let go, come back. And when I flip my hand over, and then just bring it on down. Sometimes I'll go back in and bend it backwards to give it that pretty pea shape almost. Alright, and sometimes you might need to go in there with your chain nose pliers and of course straighten it out, but give it just a tiny little squeeze. Let's see if I can get it to show you here. And just kind of squeeze right in there a little bit. Whoops. And bring that bottom together. Okay. And that's pretty well closed now. Then we're going to take our ear wire, and I'm going to swing it out toward me. Going to put our earring on the ear wire and take it back down. And like I said, sometimes you might have to wiggle back and forth while you're kind of pushing to bring it back in, but there you go. So there's it. There's our first set. Just simple, real pretty earrings, and these can be worn summer or fall, because that orangey, this darker orange, that I always forget how to say that, in this darker carnelian, to me that can be summer or fall. Alright, so there's our first set. Okay, number 2. I know I got that backwards. Okay, so for this, I just grabbed an eye pen. And these are fairly simple too. I'm going to put this little octagon stop sign looking bead. Let's see, tell you what they call it here. 8mm crystal faceted octagon bead in opaque red. And it has that AB finish, which is for Aurora Borealis. It's kind of hard to say. So we're going to start off with that one. Then we're going to take our 6mm quartz faceted magenta cube bead, and it's this one. And it's kind of a roundish cube top shape. I'm going to slide that on. And then next we're going to take the triangle. I love these little triangles. This is a 4.5 by 5.5mm crystal faceted triangle beads in sunshine. Now with this though, you got to be careful, because on this first one I made, you can't really see it. So, and I'm not selling these anyway, these would be for me. But right there, whenever I was rolling down, or no, looks like here I done an actual, I didn't do a simple loop, I done a wrap loop. But I accidentally cracked a little bit of that tip of that triangle off. So just be very, very careful, because they are more fragile than some of the other beads. Okay, so I'm going to, at the very, very tip, I'm going to bring it over. And I want this kind of a smaller loop part. So I'm just bringing it so I'm just bringing my round nose pliers about right there. So we're going to come up and over and down, and then twist your hand, bring that up, your pliers up. Then I'm going to take that and we're going to kind of bring it around and back. So now it's there. Switch hands. So it should look like that. We've got this at the top there. Then we're going to take our other pliers and just wrap around. 1, 2, trying to go 3 times. This particular wire is a thicker gauge, so it's a little bit harder to maneuver. And again, be careful around that triangle, because you will break the tip if you're not careful. Alright, so let's go ahead and clip off that little extra piece there. We're going to clip that off. Okay, there we go. And that was my flush cutters. Alright, so now we've got a pretty little wrapped loop. Straighten it out if it needs it. Okay, so there you go. Now, I'm going to put on the end where the eye part was on that eye needle. I'm going to bring it out toward me. Maybe. There we go. And then this little pretty the enamel flower charm. So we're going to put the charm on. Bring that back down. Make sure it's closed. Okay. Then we're going to take our ear wire in gold. Swing it out toward me. And this, I want to make sure I'm putting it on right. So, of course, that's the back part of the ear wire. That's the front of the ear ring. So I want to get it to where it's hanging right. Then close it back down. There we go. And there is a really pretty set. Fun. Colorful. I love these. And they're so tropical, which that is what the theme was for this month, was tropical. So there's our second set. Okay, here's another set. And these go fairly quick. Another fun, long, well, kind of long. They're not extremely long. They're probably about 2 inches maybe. But just some dangle earrings. Very simple. Okay, take another eye pin. And this color gold, this was more of the rose gold than the yellow gold, but there's so little of this gold that you're going to see, then it really doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to start off with this carnelian. Then one of those glass seed beads again, the gold. Then this one was again the pink cube. Let's see, what was it called? Was the 6mm faceted magenta cube beads. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, then another seed bead. Then we're going to do that tangerine 4mm faceted bicone. Okay, and so there's the top part. We're going to do a wrapped loop again. So again, go to the very tip. You're going to do that right angle. I'm going to do a little bit smaller loop again. So let's go about like I did with the other, about right in there. Get a good grip first. Okay, so we're going to bring it up around that top plier, and so now it's pointing down. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to rotate my pliers where now the top part of the plier has nothing on it and the bottom has the wire on it. So then I'm going to take my wire, kind of go to the side, but sort of up into the back. At this point, we're going to switch hands carefully. This should be, that should be up to the pliers and right under that loop. Then we're going to take your other pliers, and I have done something with my bent nose, but so I'm taking my chain nose pliers and we're just going around and around, and try to go around one more time if I can. Like I said, this is a thicker gauged metal. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to go much more. Let's see if I can squeeze it down. Alright, that's about all it's going to do for me. So let's take our flush cutters and cut that extra. Can you see that? Hopefully. We're going to clip that off. There we go. Now if you need to, if it still looks a little pokey, you can go back in there where you clipped it off and kind of just give it a little squeeze and set it back down in there. Okay. So now this is what we've got. Now we're going to flip it. Well, wait, hold on. First, I want to take just a gold head pin. And we're going to put on, this was the Crackle, I believe this was the Crackle Agate. I'm going to put one of those on. Then again, our gold seed bead. And this one, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I done just a simple loop. So I'm going to go to the tip of my pliers, do that right angle again. Now see, this is extended out past my finger, so I know I need to clip some of that off, otherwise it's going to be too big. So I take my flush cutters and I press up against the tip of my finger. You know, just be careful not to cut yourself, but I come up right at the tip there, kind of press in a little bit, give it a clip. I think my clippers were getting dull on me. There we go. And that just flew. So now we've got something that looks like that. Okay, for my simple loops, I come up a little bit further up on the plier. So grab a hold of it, and you're holding. And for me, it took a while to learn how to hold this without getting it to move everywhere. So if you're brand new, just keep practicing and you'll get it. Anyway, I'm going to come around toward me, let go, and flip my hand around, come back in, and bring it on down. And sometimes if it looks like it's not wanting to go, I'll come to the tip and roll it down with that. Bring it back out, kind of go backwards to give us that hook. Okay. It's a little open, and that's okay because I'm getting ready to open it further actually. So here we go. I'm going to open it a little further. I'm going to bring it out toward me. We're going to, at the bottom of that head pin, at the bottom of the eye pin where that loop was, we're going to connect it. I'm going to take my wire, my loop, and we're going to bring it back down, and I'm going to try to work it, pushing inward and working it down. And like I said, sometimes you have to go back and forth, but there we go. And if it doesn't look like it's going to go, which I think this one did, but if it sometimes looks like it's not wanting to go all the way in, then just give it a little bit of a, if I can grasp it here, just a little bit of a, sorry, I was off camera. Just give it a little squeeze right in there. And that brings it back together. There we go. Now let's put our ear wire on. So I'm taking the loop and I'm pulling it up toward me. Now where I've done the wrap loop, I'm going to sit that on there. And we're going to go down until we've got it closed. And there's another pair of really pretty, bright, playful, colorful earrings. See, they go fast. That's our next pair. Something about these, I don't know, it gives me like an oriental vibe or something. I think it's the bead caps on that bead. Okay, so we're going to start off with one of the tangerine 4mm bicones. Then I'm going to take one of the head pins that they sent us. Then we're going to take this. This is an 8mm Malaysia Jade English cut round. So I'm going to put that Malaysia Jade on. Another head pin, bead cap. So another bead cap, then another orange tangerine bicone. And there you go. And I've done another wrap loop on this. So again, we're going to come down the very tip of the pliers. Give it that right angle. You're going to grab a hold, good grip, up, around, and now it's pointing down. We're going to take our hand and just swing up and then grip again. So now the one that's got the metal on it, the wire on it, is at the bottom. We're going to take that piece of wire, we're going to come like around, kind of up and to the back. If it, so we're making a loop going kind of like that. Okay? Then I've got a grip on it. I'm just switching hands. Bring that around, and you see the space right in there. That's what we're going to try to fill in with this wire. It doesn't always fill it in completely, but try to get it the best we can. So I'm gripping that, and we're just going to swing around. 1, 2, and try to go 3 times if I can, but there wasn't a whole lot of wire left on this one. If I had more wire, I'd go all the way down to the bicone, but very carefully, because you can break it off if you're not careful. That's about as good as I think as I'm going to get it. So I'm going to take my flush cutters, and then that little and you can see that little piece right there if my camera will focus. You can see that little tip right there. That's what I want to cut off. There we go. So that's gone now. And if you need to, straighten it out. Okay. Now, the bottom of that eye pin, again, we're going to take it and bring it up, like toward me. Well, there we go. Put one of those enamel charms on there. Bring it back down. Make sure it's closed. Okay, take your ear wire, grip it, bring it up toward me, and then we want the ear wire to go back here. So, and there's the front of our ear ring, there's the back of the ear wire. So we're going to go on just like that and close it down. Make sure it's closed. Uh-oh, I think I got it turned around. That's okay. I'm going to go back and flip this around. Sometimes that happens. It's no big deal. Just go in there and turn her around. So there's, now that should have her. Okay, that's not wanting to close the best, so I'm going to give it just a little squeeze. Okay, I hope you're able to see that. Oh, I think I squeezed a little bit too far. Ah, April. Oh, I just broke it. Okay, let's start over. Okie dokie. I'm sorry. Let's start over. Let me get a new head pin. Eye pin. And that can happen too if you fool with it a little bit too much. It can cause it to break, but that's okay. Accidents happen, and sometimes it's good to see an accident. So here we go with their tangerine, bead cap, the jade, I think it was jade, the Malaysia jade, bead cap, back on. Okay, now let's do a wrap loop again. Okay. So we're going to go up and over, flip around, kind of up, around toward the back sort of, flip our hand, change hands, and let's wrap it around. Now I'm putting my ear wire back on around the wrapped loop. So that's the back. Gonna bring, okay, I'm gonna grab a hold of the loop of the eye pin, bring it up toward me. Okay, this is the back of the earring. Of course, this will be the front, so let's go. I think I got it right this time. And let's bring her back down. Make sure it's closed. Okay. Now. Oops. Now got her. All right. Aren't those pretty? I think they're pretty. And something about that color of the jade, the Malaysia jade, with these bead caps, I don't know. And then I guess maybe with the flare too, it just gives me like an Asian vibe. I think they're beautiful. Alright, we've only got a few left. Now this one, here, okay, we've only got a couple left of that I'm doing for the bead box, bargain bead box, the Tropical Heat collection. So I've got this one and one more, and then I'll do a couple extras that's not from this collection. Okay, here is another set. Now these are a little bit longer also. I think these might even be considered a shoulder duster. Not quite, but these are fairly long. I'd say these are a good 2.5 to 3 inches long. But I thought they were pretty. So another eye pin. Okay, we are going to do a tangerine bicone. Now this is 8mm Malaysia jade English cut round. Anyway, there's our bicone. There's our Malaysia jade bicone. Then I done a wrapped loop again. Okay, let's wrap this around. So we're going to 1, 2. I'm trying to go for 3 here. I think I've done it this time. Okay. Now I'm going to clip with my flush cutters. I'm going to clip that part that's raised up. There we go. And sometimes that part you need to kind of squeeze it back down so that way it's not sticking out and poke anybody. Okay, so there's the top part. Next, I'm going to take these 10mm round Jumprings. And we're going to take one of these oval ring links. Almost. Okay, so I've got my 10mm jump ring, one of those round links. Okay, then we're going to take the bottom where that eye pin was with the eye part and slide on there. Close your jump ring. Okay. Make sure that's good and closed. That's a little bit thicker gauge also. Right, there's the top of their earring. Now I'm going to take another 10mm gold jump ring, open it up. We're going to slide on one of these charms, the enamel charms, and slide on the bottom part of our component, and then close your jump ring. Again, sometimes you have to wiggle as you're kind of pushing inward. Okay, I think that got it. And even though these look a little complex, they're not that hard to put together. These. Take your ear wire up toward me. Okay, there's the back of the ear wire. So before I close it, I'm gonna make sure I got it right. Yes, okay. So let's close our ear wire back down. There we go. There's another set of lovely earrings. These are fun. See, look at that. That's fun. And this is the last one. And this one is a little bit more complex, but it's really not that hard. And then we will go on to the ones that are not in this bead box for this month. Again, this was May, bargain bead box May 2023. 2024. And I haven't decided what I think about these once I made them. I think I like them. But I'm not so sure, but I think I do like them. Okay, so with our eye pin, I'm going to take, now this one is not the same seed bead I had been using. This seed bead is from, these are 6/0s glass E beads. These I actually got at Walmart, and a gold color. So these are a little bit bigger. So I'm going to take my seed bead, then a bead cap. Then, if I can say the right name this time for this one, this is a just 10 millimeter rounds bead in red, crimson. This 10 millimeter round crimson red bead. Then another bead cap. Then we went with another gold seed bead. No, I didn't. Sorry. Hold on. Then we done the pink. This was the 6 millimeter quartz faceted magenta cube bead. So I'm doing one of those. Then another gold seed bead. And that was it for this top part. So I done a wrapped loop again. I made some of these days ago, so I kind of forget what I done. I have to look at it. Okay. So I don't want a real big loop, so I'm gonna come up, over, because I don't have a lot of wire left for one. Okay, so we're going to wrap it around whatever we can get. Sometimes you can squeeze that and kind of manipulate it and get it to go where you want it. Okay, that little bit of wire I'm going to clip off. Alright, so next I'm going to start on my dangles. Now these little purple beads I've got, they are check glass seed beads. They are 8/0s, and I got these at Hobby Lobby. So we're going to go with purple, and then these seed beads I showed you, the 6/0s. Then another purple, then another gold. I did wrap loops on these too. The very tip, do a right angle, and I just want a small loop. I don't want a real big one, so I'm going close to the end of my pliers. Up, over, down. Swing my hand up. We're coming kind of like in behind, up, over. It's kind of going up and pushing over at the same time. And then flip our hand around. Make sure you got a good grip. Then we're going to take this and wrap it. These are a lot thinner, so they're easier to wrap. 1, 2, take my pliers, grab a hold of that wire, and wrap it. Again, this is okay. Take your flush cutters and let's clip off that little piece if you can see it. Okay, there we go. We're going to straighten that up. Next, we are going to do this little section. Now these beads I also got at Hobby Lobby. They are 6/0s glass seed beads, but they are not the check seed beads, and it's just a multicolor. Almost looks like Mardi Gras or something. But again, I got these at Hobby Lobby. So with this one, again, I'm taking the ball head pin, and I'm going with this deep purple that come out of the 6/0s, then blue that come out of that one, and then I'm taking that little purple that come out of this one, and I either lost it or forgot to give myself an extra one. Whoops. So there's that little purple. We're going to do a wrapped loop on these. over and behind. This is so thin, you probably could even do this with your hand. 1, 2, 3. Come back up, kind of fill that in. So these are just messy wraps. I hope that showed. I didn't even look. Clip off the excess. Okay. Straighten it out. I do have a little piece here that's trying to bulge out, so I'm going to squeeze that in. That way it's not poking anybody. Okay, there. So there is our second dangle. And our last dangle. Now these, shoot, I left them upstairs, but they are the check seed beads, and they're also the 8/0s. So we are doing a red, a gold, the 6/0, then I'm doing that orange bicone, another gold 6/0, and a red 8/0. And that's what we've got. So we're doing a wrap loop, so up, over, back around, switch hands. Sometimes I'll go ahead and it's a little easier to, I don't know if you could see, because it's like that, and then I just kind of open my plier, move it so it's straight, and close back down. And then like I said, with this, it's so thin and flexible, you could just do that with your hand. So I'm just wrapping. Sometimes it's easier to use your plier. Okay, I think that's about as good as that one's going to get. So let's clip off that little extra piece there, if you can see it. Okay, and straighten it up. Alright, now there's our third and last little dangle. So then you're going to take the bottom of where that eye pin was and bring it up and toward you. Okay. And then just put our little dangles on. Let's see, what did I do first? I think it was that purple blue, then the red orange, then the purple gold. And close it down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm losing it all. Okay. Oh, come on, April. Make sure that's closed. And sometimes you need to pull your beads up to see the bottom of that. Okay, but it's closed now. So we need to put our ear wire on. Up toward me. And it looks like okay. And close it down. There we go. Using up here. Fun. I'll lay these all out too and take pictures because it's easier sometimes to see a picture than it is the actual live video. But tell me what y'all think about these. Do you like them? Would you wear them? Would you do something different? Tell me what you think. Put it in the comment section below, please. All right, now that is all that I'm doing at the moment for this this tropical heat collection. That's all I'm doing for the moment, but I will come back and do like I know I've got a necklace planned out, and I'm working on designing a bracelet, so I will be back soon with some other tropical treasures. But for now, let's go ahead and work on some of this stuff. These I probably should have saved one and showed you, but these I had just bought April at Hobby Lobby. I believe these were 8mm bicones in black. Sorry, to help if you could see, huh? And then these are the gold seed beads. They are the 8/0s, just like this, except I said gold, I meant silver, but they are the check seed glass beads and the 8/0, but they're the silver ones. And so I just put it on an eye pin. I did the 8mm black bicone, the silver 8/0, you know, and so on. And I done a wrapped loop. And then down here, where the eye pin part was, I took I believe that is an 8mm jump ring. And this little guy, I love. I mean, to me, it's just gorgeous. I fell in love with that when I first seen it. It's got that AB color to it, but it's clear and it looks like a little raindrop. And this came in December, I want to say, bargain bead box. So that would have come December 2023. But anyway, there is a set of those. But I thought they were pretty. To me, they kind of, I don't know, more fancy than casual. Alright, next, we'll go ahead and do these before I do these green ones. We've got, I probably should have grabbed that paper, but this also was out of that same bead box that December that I got that. It was in the same bead box, but these little, I should have brought that paper. I'm sorry. I'll link it down. But this was the little blue, this was a white crackle agate. This was just a clear bicone, and I done a wrap loop on that. And those little, it's almost like a daisy. No, it's not. It is a bead cap. Sorry, it's silver bead cap. But those are pretty, not just for winter, but because it doesn't have like the snowflakes or anything, so you can wear that with anything blue or white. So all I done was, we've got this little blue, and it's like a twisted, it's not going to be able to show you here, but it's kind of twist around, this little drop does. So it's not even, it kind of goes like, almost like a spiral staircase. So I've got just a regular silver head pin. Then we're going to do that silver bead cap, if my hands will let me. There's the little bead cap. Okay. Then this white crackle, and this is, I think, a 4mm white crackle. It's probably agate, but then we're going to do our clear, and this is also 4mm clear or crystal bicone. Okay. And I done a wrapped loop, looks like on that one too. So I don't have a whole lot of wire left, so we're going to do a small loop. Now this is a thicker gauge wire, so it's a little harder to come around, but down, bring my wire up, come in the back, up in the back, kind of around. I'm going to straighten it up. pliers. Grab a hold of that wire and wrap it. Again, this is a thicker gauge, so it's a little harder to come around. And I don't want to break my bicone. So let's go ahead and clip off that little lumpy piece right there. We don't need that. I cover it up sometimes like that because they go flying. These little bits of metal go flying. Well, it's giving me grief here. Come on now. Well, that is not wanting to clip at all. Come on now. There we go. Whew, that one was giving me grief. Okay, and you want to squeeze in any little bit that might be sticking out. And that's it, other than the ear wire. Just real simple, real pretty. So here's our ear wire up and toward me. And close it down. There's our pretty little earrings in blue and white. I thought they turned out real pretty. Okay, last but not least, we've got these little green. You all know that blue is my favorite. Blue and pink. You all know that blue and purple is my favorite color. But there's something about green that is so calming. I love looking at green, like going out when in the summertime when everything is lush and green, and just sometimes just looking at the trees. And I don't know, something about the color green is so calming. So what we are doing here, these beads come also from Hobby Lobby. It's check glass. It is like just a bead mix, so there's a variety of things in here that you can see. Really pretty though. I really like this set. Okay, so we're going to start off with the silver eye pin. We're going to do this faceted, I guess that's a rondelle, but green. Then this looks like a 4mm. It's opaque green. Then we are doing this, it looks like probably a 6/0 seed bead. It looks like on this one I done a simple loop. I must have used a different, yeah, I done a simple loop. I must have used a different size wire. Anyway, so for a simple loop, if you remember, you're going to do that right angle. You're going to come in against your finger. Just don't clip your finger and clip it. Ah, did you hear that? See, they fly. Even I had a hold of it and it still flew. Okay, so we're just going to go around. No, Benjamin. Benjamin's being nosy. That's not exactly where I want it, so I'm going to clip off just a little bit more. Geez, oh Pete, I've got to get me some new clippers, and I ain't had these no time. Okay. Now sometimes if your loop is not as close to the bead as you want, sometimes you'll have to clip in the loop itself, and then take your round nose pliers and then just come on back down with it to get your loop where you want it, and that looks better. Because even though it looks like you cut enough off, sometimes looks are deceiving. Okay, so there is their top part. Then I've got these little bitty head pins with the ball at the end, little bitty ones. So I'm taking, looks like a 6/0 seed bead, then one of those, it also looks like a 6/0, but it's more opaque, and then another seed bead. And I know I done a simple loop with these. There's the first one. And I think I do the same thing just 3 times. So here's our green seed bead. Here's the opaque one. And another green. Okay. A little too much on that one. Number 2 and the last one. I want to do this clear green, the opaque, clear green. Nope, where'd it go? Haha, it's trying to come away from me. Okay, now, simple loop. All right. So I'm going to put my little dangles on at the bottom. And why I chose to go with the dangles first instead of opening that to put the dangles on, because some of these need closed a little bit better. And last one here. Oh. Okay. Now all of those are in and they're good and closed. And then we've got the top of the this needs closed a little better, and so I'm just going to give it a little squeeze here. Okay, I think that got it. So I'm going to get my ear wire in silver. And it doesn't matter which way these go. And close it down. And here is a beautiful pair of green earrings. Hold on, wait a minute, this one's tangled. Okay. And there you go, it's a beautiful pair of green, fun, dangly earrings. I was needing some green. Alright, I'll get these all laid out and I'll show you everything I've done together. And there we have it. Some really cute, fun, some of them I think is beautiful, flirty. You know, there's all kinds of words I could give this, but anyway, there they are. So, y'all tell me what you think. Which one is your favorite? Or do you like them all? Tell me in the comment section below. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. So hit that subscribe bell and turn on your notifications. That way you know whenever I come back. And because I'll be coming back soon with some necklace, with a necklace and bracelet to match these. Okay. So anyway, that was it for today. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.